A very good morning to all of you. I once again welcome you all to the current video lecture. From the last video lecture, we start an important point from the alkenes called as the method of preparation of alkenes, and that is nothing but the laboratory method of preparation. We already completed one of the method from the this point in the last lecture, that is called as the elimination reactions to formation of these alkenes. Among that, we take one that reaction that is called as the dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides. Now, continuation to the same point. Today, we have to take the second elimination reaction. That reaction is called as the dehydration of alcohols. It is a dehydration of alcohols for the formation of these alkenes. So, for this purpose, what are the requirements for this dehydration of alcohols? So, first of all, the reactant molecule is no doubt the alcohol. We have to take a suitable alcohol for this reaction. Secondly, we have to take some suitable reagent for dehydration. And we know that the suitable reagent for this dehydration is nothing but the concentrated H2SO4. We have to take the concentrated H2SO4 at a temperature of 160 degrees centigrade. You may take the phosphoric acid. So, whenever we take these type of the reactants and reagents at a particular temperature condition, what happens? That alcohols undergo dehydration to form the alkenes. So, for this reaction, we take some simple reactant of alcohols. So, I take here for our convenience a simple alcohol molecule as CH3, CH2, single bond CH2, OH. This is a propanol. When this propanol can be react with concentrated H2SO4 at a temperature of 160 degrees centigrade, you may take in this case phosphoric acid. It is a phosphoric acid may be used for this type of the dehydration type of reaction. So, either you take concentrated H2SO4 or phosphoric acid. So, when this propanol can be reacts with this concentrated H2SO4, what happens? In a propanol, if we look towards this structure of this propanol, this is alpha carbon, the adjacent carbon is called as the beta carbon. So, at this beta carbon, two hydrogens is there. So, that hydrogens are called as the beta hydrogens. So, what happens? This OH from the alpha carbon and one of the beta hydrogen from this beta carbon, they get removed as a water molecule due to the beta elimination reaction. There is a removal of water. So, we write here minus H2O. So, after the removal of this H2O or water molecule, what happens? The remaining part is nothing but the CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2. What is the name of this compound? This compound consists of the carbon-carbon double bond. So, this compound is called as the propene. So, we can say that this propanol can be converted into the propene by the reaction of this propanol with concentrated H2SO4 or phosphoric acid at a temperature of 160 degrees centigrade. That's why you can say that this type of reaction is called as the dehydration reaction. And why this is a dehydration? Because water molecule get removed from this reactant molecule. So, this is a second important method under the heading elimination reaction for the formation of alkenes. So, this is one simple example of these alkenes. Now, for example, if I take the another example for the this same dehydration of alcohols. For example, if I take here CH3 single bond CH, single bond CH2, single bond CH3, single bond OH. Now, if I take such a type of reactant molecule, that is called as the 2-butanol. If I take now 2-butanol, now we are interested to study the reaction shown by this 2-butanol with the concentrated H2SO4. So, what happens? That we have to study now. So, in this case, if we look towards the structure, the second number carbon is called as the alpha carbon, the adjacent carbon is called as the, this is the beta. On the left hand side also, one beta dash carbon is there. So, we can say that in this case, two types of the different beta hydrogens are present, and we know that if two types of the beta hydrogens is there, what happens? We get a mixture of products. So at that time, we have to use the Set-Zep rule. Now, when two different types of the beta hydrogens is there, how many products is obtained? These two types of the products is obtained. At the first case, minus beta hydrogen. First, we can say that this beta hydrogen can combine with this OH. So, this is the first product, and second product is nothing but the minus beta dash hydrogen. So, these two types of the products can be obtained. Now, after the removal of this beta hydrogen, what you will get? So, we will get here CH2, double bond CH, single bond CH2, single bond CH3. So, this type of the product formation can be takes place after the removal of this beta hydrogen. On the other hand, if we remove this beta dash hydrogen, you will get the next type of product formation, that is a CH3 single bond CH, double bond CH, single bond CH3. So, by the removal of beta hydrogen, you will get the 1-butene, while by the removal of this beta dash hydrogen, you will get the 2-butene. So, these two type of the different products can be formed, and we know that if such a type of 2-butene is there, again this 2-butene may be written in the two different forms. What are that forms? This 2-butene may be present in any one of the form. The first form is a C double bond C. This is a CH3. Again, this is a CH3. This is H. This is a H. So, what is the name of this compound? This compound is called as the cis-2-butene. On the other hand, the second type of possibility is C double bond C. This is a CH3. Again, this is a CH3. This is H, and this is a H. So, we can say that this 2-butene may be present in the two different forms. One is the cis-2-butene, second is called as the trans-2-butene. So, overall we can say that whenever this 2-butanol can be reacts with the concentrated H2SO4 due to the presence of two different type of the beta hydrogens, you will get the 1-butene plus 2-butene, and 2-butene may be present in the two different forms, cis-2-butene and trans-2-butene. So, this type of the three different products can be obtained. Now, the question arises, which is a major product, which is a minor product. So, again it is the same to that of the dehydrohalogenation of alkenes. According to Set-Zep rule, the highly substituted alkene forms as a major product, and if we look toward this all the structures, this first alkene, that is 1-butene, is a least substituted, so it is called as the minor. This product obtained in a minor amount, while this 2-butene obtained in a major amount. Now, again from this cis and trans, this trans obtained in a major amount, and this cis obtained in a minor amount. So, again we can write here, this is a major product, and this is called as the minor product. So, this is a very simple reaction for the formation of alkenes called as the dehydration of alcohols, and this is nothing but the second number elimination reaction, and that is a laboratory preparation of these alkenes. Now, after the completion of this type of the elimination reaction, we have to look towards now the second type of the important reaction for this preparation of alkenes in a laboratory, and that second type of reaction is called as the addition reactions. That second type of the reaction is called as the addition reactions. Now, what are that addition reactions? That we have to study now. Second type of the reactions are called as the addition reaction. Now, we know what is by addition reaction. So, we take now the specific reactions of this addition type. So, first of all, we have to take an important reaction, that is a addition of hydrogen. That is the addition of hydrogen to the alkynes. Addition of hydrogen to the alkynes, and that is nothing but the reduction reaction. That is nothing but the reduction reaction. So, for this purpose, I take here a simple example of alkyne, CH3, C triple bond C, single bond CH3. I take here a reactant molecule as a alkyne, and that is nothing but the 2-butane. This is a 2-butane is there. 2-butane. This is a reactant molecule. Now, this reactant molecule may be react with some type of the reducing reagents. Some type of the reducing reagents can be used for this type of the addition reactions. Now, to this molecule we have to add H2, that's why I write here, plus addition of H2, that is a molecular hydrogen. Now we have to take the two different type of the reducing reagents for this type of the reduction reaction. Now first of all, I take one simple reagent that is called as the sodium in liquid ammonia, or you may take here lithium in liquid ammonia. You may take either sodium in liquid ammonia or lithium in liquid ammonia. In the presence of these reagents, when H2 is added across this carbon-carbon double bond, what type of the product is obtained, that we have to study. And the second reagent we have to take in this case, that is a palladium in presence of barium carbonate. So this is one known reagent that is called as the Lindlar catalyst. This is called as the Lindlar catalyst. This is a Lindlar catalyst is there. So we have to study now this important reaction, that is addition reaction when 2-butane can be reacts with this molecular hydrogen either in the presence of sodium in liquid ammonia or palladium and barium carbonate, that is a Lindlar catalyst. So two different type of the product formation can be takes place. No doubt the product obtained is a alkene, but what is that specific alkene, that we have to write now. So first of all, when this 2-butane reacts with the H2 in presence of sodium in liquid ammonia, you will get the alkene, and that alkene is called as the transalkene. You will specifically get the formation of transalkene only. So such a type of the product formation can be takes place. This is H, this is a CH3. So specifically you will get the one of the alkene, and that alkene is called as the transalkene. So trans 2-butene obtained when this 2-butane reacts with the sodium in liquid ammonia or lithium in liquid ammonia. So I write here the name of this compound. It is a trans 2-butene. This is a trans 2-butene. While when this 2-butane can be reacts with the this H2 in presence of palladium and barium carbonate, what happens? Again you will get the alkenes, but the structure is different. It is a C double bond C. This is a CH3, this is CH3, H, this is a H. So what you will get? You will get here cis-2-butene. This is a cis-2-butene. This cis-2-butene is there. So we can say that the same reactant is there. Reactant is the same, that is a 2-butane. But whenever this 2-butane can be reacts with the H2 in the presence of the two different reagents, the first reagent is a sodium in liquid ammonia. Specifically, you will get the trans 2-butene, while in the presence of palladium and barium carbonate, you will get the cis-2-butene. So this is an important reaction for the formation of alkenes from the alkynes. A triple bond can be converted into double bond by the addition of this molecular hydrogen in the presence of suitable reagents. One gives specifically trans 2-butene, while the second gives specifically the cis-2-butene. Now this reaction is called as the reduction reaction. Why this is a reduction? Because we add the molecular hydrogen across the carbon-carbon triple bond, and that's why triple bond can be converted into double bond and we get the alkene from the alkynes. So this is a very important reaction of this alkynes, or it is a very important method of preparation for these alkenes in a laboratory, and that is called as the addition reaction. So in the today's video lecture, we studied the two important method of preparation for these alkenes. The first is called as elimination reaction, in which we study the dehydration of alcohols, and the second important method which we studied just now, that is called as the addition reaction, that is the reaction of alkynes with the two different type of the reagents to obtain selectively either trans alkene or either cis alkene. So with this This is the end of the important topic from these alkenes, that is called as the laboratory preparation of alkenes. And what are the two important methods? One is the elimination reaction, second is called as the addition type of the reaction. And one important rule which we completed, that is called as the Stetshep rule. So with this we stop here. Thank you.